Think we're good. I think we're Mike all good. Yep. Yep. All right. It's been a minute, bro. It is. I just smacked the crap out of my mic. It has been a minute. I got a beard now. Yeah, that's crazy. I coach volleyball, so I told my boys we want a tournament. That we would I would beard because I'd never had a beard. So we're gonna see how that goes. But obviously, this is your number one Clippers fan, the number one Clippers fan on the internet out here talking about basketball. I mean, that game last night, dude. That game. Oh, I didn't sit down for I don't know how long it was, bro. I needed to take a seat after leave. What happened in that game? That Draymond brick, dude. I love Draymond for so many different reasons, and that was one of them. So, um, but yeah, man. Today we're going to be looking at all of the official first round matchups that are going to be happening this Saturday. It's going to be very, very fun. Best playoffs that I have witnessed, mainly because of the first round matchups and all there's a couple dark horses and stuff like that that are going on. Mainly my team, the Clippers. A lot of people talking about them. Kind of maybe too much talk in terms of like, dang, these guys are actually like legit good, which scares me because I think out of any team in that you could see here at anybody, I think the Clippers fans have a lot to lose, obviously, and are used to that. So not super excited about, losing eventually. Maybe we don't lose, maybe we win the chip. Who knows? But after a month of speculation about who's going where, who's playing who, what seeding, because I feel like the Clippers always knew we were going to play the Nuggets the first round, but okay, if they lose to Houston, and Houston actually played their guys, but then got, mollywopped and subbed their guys out second half, and Nuggets ended up getting the 4th seed. We tied with them, but we didn't get the tiebreaker, so I was like, are we going to go 4th seed, 5th seed? Anyways, Clippers 51 team, very good about that. I want to talk a lot about the Western Conference specifically because that's where I reside. Eastern Conference is cool. I feel like it's more top heavy in the East. Like I feel like we know that at this point. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about with the West specifically, because I feel like there's more going on there. So let's start in the play-in. I want to talk about the West play-in, and everyone's saying, "Oh, it's gonna be Rockets Warriors already." We got to calm down for a sec. Games tomorrow, so stream Wednesday morning. We're gonna be talking about the play-in and how that worked out. Basically, my whole point is like, let's calm down. It's one game. The Grizzlies, what if the Grizzlies just roll up, smack them around, which would be crazy because they're playing in Golden State, and then the Grizzlies play the Rockets the first round. And then somehow we get Warriors Thunder in the first round as well. That would be ridiculous. So all I'm saying is like, I'm not making any prediction on the play-in. I obviously think the Warriors probably will win because of a way better team. Grizzlies are super banged up, and I mean, I don't think they're going to lose that game. But it's a one-off game. March Madness. This is NBA Madness. The whole point of the plan. We don't know yet. If we did, the only way we would know is if it was like there was no play-in and the Warriors were the 7th seed. Then we could say it like that. But I think it's kind of fun to not be like, oh man, these guys are going to absolutely get the 7th seed and go. I want to watch the play-in and I want to see how that plays out. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. If the Grizzlies beat the Warriors in that game, if Ja has a freaking 50 piece and goes off, that would be awesome. But yeah, all these the play-in's really interesting because at the same time, I think the Grizzlies are kind of chalked. Very sad for Jalen Wells. He was one of my favorite rookies this year. He goes down after a hard fall. He's not playing at all. He's donezo. So then you lose that. You got, I mean, overall, just the Grizzlies roster has been very injured this year. Fired the head coach, kind of in shambles right now. People shoving each other in the huddle. I think it was like Desmond Bane that shoved Santi Aldama. So we'll have to see. But for both things are true in my opinion. Could the Grizzlies win the game against the Warriors? Absolutely, because anytime you're playing in a game, you have a chance to win. I'm going to be 100% real, right? Are the odds that way? No. Probably going to pick the Warriors. But it'll be very interesting to see if Grizzlies lose and go to the 9-10 winner game. and let's say the Kings win that game, the Kings might be able to beat the Grizzlies in that game. And then the Kings are now the 8th seed. And I don't know if that makes anything different for OKC in the long run at all. But I think that's very interesting that people are saying, oh, it's going to be Warriors Grizzlies 7-8 just because they're 7-8 right now. That defeats the whole point of the play-in. So I want to give the play-in a little bit of credit, a little bit of, hey, let's see how it goes here. I think it's going to be really fun to watch. That being said, OKC beats whoever they have in the first round, 68 win team. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's actually crazy. Let's skip the Rockets. Let's go just down the list right here. Let's go. Thunder, they beat whoever. Then my favorite, and I've been hearing a lot about this. This is probably the most anticipated first round matchup of anybody, maybe outside of Lakers Timberwolves, just because it's fun. Because Luka likes to spank the T-Wolves a lot. Nuggets, Clippers. Now, Nuggets do have home court advantage. The last time these guys played in the playoffs was in 2020. Have not gotten a chance then. Clippers blew a 3-1 lead. Kawhi was on the team. Paul George was on the team. Doc Rivers coached, obviously. Zubac was on the team, and that's it. Actually, Coffee. I think Amir Coffee was on the team as well. So, that was it. Whole new revamp. Obviously, it's five years later, so obviously. But Nuggets still kind of have that same core of Jamal Murray, MPJ, and Jokic, and basically nobody else. Gordon is there, obviously. No KCP, no other stuff like that. So I think the Clippers are going to beat the Nuggets in this first round. It's going to be a fun one. It comes down to, okay, Jokic is the best player in the world, hands down, right? Jokic is 100% great player. If he gets MVP or not, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But the Clippers have the 4th best defense in the NBA and an offense that has gotten a lot better since the trade deadline because of bench stuff and Bogdanovich coming in, and I feel like Kawhi is coming back and ramping up and all that. There's a bunch of different factors for stats-wise, but eye test straight looking at the paper, you got Kawhi, James, and Norm, who are all 20-point-per-game scorers, and then Zoo, who's, I mean, it seems like he averages 22 and 17. That's what he had against the Warriors last night. But he averages 16 and 12, one of the best rebounders in the NBA. I don't even want to say like one of the best guys who, he can shut down Jokic. No, you can't stop Jokic. Jokic is one of those guys. But Zoo is a big body that Jokic has to kind of go around, right? He's not one of these like wiry kind of like long defenders that can just put a hand in his face. He's going to have to body Zoo down low. So that's going to be fun. Now, Clippers defense versus Nuggets offense. I think that's what it comes down to. And what is the Nuggets offense? Nikola Jokic. So we want Nikola Jokic to go off. When he has a higher scoring game, they end up losing. That's just the fact of the matter. When he has more assists, they end up winning. You can go look at the stats on that stuff and see like the exact numbers. But think about it. I mean, when we look at examples recently, he had a 60-point triple-double and lost. That's 60 points, and you lose the game, right? So Jokic scoring doesn't really help the team out in wins because he's needed elsewhere with passing and facilitating and leading the offense. So if we can shut down their offense, I think we win this series, despite their home court advantage. I don't think this goes to 7. I think this could be a 6 game. I think we steal a game in Denver. That'd be crazy if we win the first 2 games in Denver. Steal a game in Denver. I don't think they come and win a game into it. So then we're up 3-1, which terrifies me because last time we were up 3-1 and literally we lost game 5 in the bubble and I went and punched a hole through my closet because I knew it was over. I mean, Clippers blow 3-1 leads. Clippers playoffs is a tragic story. So I got a video coming out about that. Maybe this season. It's called Diary of a Clippers Fan, and I've been writing it for a couple years. So we're gonna see if it comes out this offseason. If not, whatever. But yeah, I think the Clippers take that, and we're just doing first round matchups because I don't want to get too far into oh my gosh, let's talk about Western Conference Finals when we don't even know what's happening in the play-in yet. So let's calm down. We got a lot of streams over the next couple of weeks that we're gonna talk about this stuff. Moving on, Lakers Timberwolves. I think Lakers, I don't know if they sweep this, but it's probably a 5-game gentleman sweep, right? Lakers are really, really good 3 seed. It's weird to think that they have the same record as these guys in here, but they just have the tiebreaker. I mean, the Clippers lost to the Lakers 4 times. The freaking Clippers lost to the Suns 4 times this season as well. I went to a game in Phoenix where we lost by 1. is ridiculous. So we win 2 of those games, and then we're like 52-30, and we're tied for the 2nd seed. Like the Western Conference is ridiculous. It's crazy. But yeah, Timberwolves kind of falling off. They were in the play-in before the Warriors lost, and now they weren't, and they could have been in the 4th spot, and blah 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 blah. Lakers take them, I think. Whatever Shannon Sharp says about Lakers in 4, Lakers in 5. Yeah, Luka's really good. I don't think the Timberwolves have a really good, like, solid matchup. The only thing that I have for the Timberwolves, like, in their favor is their size, because they do have Rudy Gobert, who we can talk about that offensive game. But people making fun of Rudy Gobert's offensive game, and he hits a fadeaway jumper last year to kind of seal the Nuggets away. That was ridiculous, right? Then there's, you got Naz Reid. Julius Randle's kind of a bigger guy. So it's going to be a lot of size matchups if they go small, and then if the Lakers go small and the Timberwolves decide to go small as well. And small for the T-Wolves, probably running Naz Reid at the 5 and running, other guys like that. But it's going to be very interesting. I think the Lakers win in 5. Basically, moving on to the East, I think the Rockets, that's interesting. I'll give my Rockets update on Wednesday. We could talk more about that. If the Warriors win, then we could say, okay, here's exactly who's playing these guys. Or whenever the play-in game is. I think it's Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday or Friday, something like that. Either way, we'll talk about it within the next week. Then we got the Eastern Conference, which is, Bulls, Heat. I don't really care about the play-in. Like I said, these two teams 100% beat the first round matchup. Rockets, the only reason I'm scared to talk about them is because if they face the Warriors, you're playing Steph and Jimmy Butler. So it's playoff experience versus... People don't want to talk about playoff experience. People are like, oh man, the Rockets are really, really good. I 100% agree. I love the Rockets. They are a very, very good team. But you got to beat Steph and Jimmy in 4 games out of 7? Now, home court advantage 100% does help. That is massive. But we'll talk about that later. So we basically only have 2 more things to talk about. Pacers, Bucks. This is a rough one as well because the Pacers are very good, but the Bucks, if Dame is out, so if Giannis just goes crazy and has a Giannis performance just in the first round, because he has been stockpiling it for years now, because they have not made it out of the first round for a little bit. They haven't had a solid playoff run since they won the championship. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes with the kind of new Bucks squad. With you got Kuz and you got, I know the Clippers traded KPJ. But yeah, it's going to be one of those Giannis kind of backpack series. And I think the Bucks can do it. I think the Bucks could beat the Pacers. It's only a 4-5 matchup. They're separated by 2 games. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. Knicks, Pistons, kind of last one we're talking about here. Yeah, Knicks, Pistons, dude. That's going to be a fun one to watch. I think that's going to be my favorite Eastern Conference one to watch just because, well, I don't know. Giannis and the Pacers is always going to be a fun one just because of pace and Giannis. But the Knicks Pistons is going to be fun just because basketball atmosphere or playoff atmosphere in New York is just always freaking awesome. The Pistons are just fun too. I love Cade. Love all those guys in Detroit. So I think I take the Knicks in this game, but it's probably a 6-game series, I think. That'll go a little bit. It'll go back to Detroit, win some games, and then it might be a sweep in MSG overall. But yeah, I think that's mainly what my thoughts are for the first round. It's going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out. I'm very excited for Saturday. Man, playoff basketball is here. I showed up for playoff basketball, but school has been ridiculous. It's gotten a little out of hand, so I'm getting back on it. But yeah, dude, we got a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of shorts, a lot of fun content for y'all. I'm hopping back on the grind. I'm trying to hit 10K by July, which is kind of an insane statement, but I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by July. So we got 3 months. And yeah, a good time in the NBA, bro. Good time. That's pretty much all I got for today. We'll have more of an in-depth stream, maybe some more fun things on Wednesday, but I got stuff I got to do today. Just want to hop on real quick. Normally I'll do a stream in the morning. So Wednesday, keep your eyes posted, eyes peeled for what I'm going to be doing in terms of what time I stream on Wednesday. So probably in the morning. If not, it'll probably be around afternoon time. But yeah, go Clippers. I mean, I'm seriously so scared. I feel like everybody has been saying that the Clippers are going to be one of the best teams in the West, and that freaks me out. Honestly, that freaks me out. So that's all I got for today, bro. We are out. See y'all on Wednesday.